Okay. Let's get that sound on. Odyssey, Rumble, you're going to find us everywhere that there's podcasting at Nay's Garden. And 43,928, 43,931, 827. Okay, there we go. All right. Hello, good morning. Nick, thanks for starting the show. Oh, man, did I just do that? I just put my elbow in this big thing of cannabis, and then I forgot it was there, and then it stuck to me, and then it went everywhere. Because I'm an idiot. This should go in the garbage anyway. Fuck that. My bad. That's a waste. That was wasteful. Oh, well. What a way to start the show. Oh, there's a little bud left. What a way to start the show off, man. Oh, my God. With a major party foul. Okay. Okay, Nick, Michael, Bitter. All right, let's go live, shall we? We're live, right? We're live. You guys can hear me. We're live. I'm waiting for you guys to say something like you can hear me or something, but am I not live? We're live, right? Hello? Can you guys hear me? Is the sound on? Hello? Oh, Michael Large. Hey, what's up, buddy? Thank you. I see you're podcasting now all the time, man. Way to go. All right, let's do this.
Prepare yourself.
And let me just stop the song and start over. And just say this. Because when my father was with us, they would bring him in and out of this room for various reasons. You know, he would come out here and relax with my mom, or they'd bring him out here and feed him, or let him watch TV. Just change up everything. Yes. So we had ramps in front of the doors so the women could push him in and out on a wheelchair. Well, after he left, I got rid of the ramps. And now all of a sudden, I realized today, you know, my mom was giving me a hard time yesterday during yesterday's show. And I was like, I got angry. I'm like, why don't we just close these doors? Now we can close the doors because we've got, this room completely seals off from the rest of the house. It's got these big, thick glass doors, man. So I'm like, hey, Mom, can I close the doors? And she's like, so I don't have to listen to you yelling? Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, great. It works both ways. So we have this Florida room, this whole studio stage to ourselves. I can say anything I want. I can do anything I want. It's not going to bother her, and she's not going to bother me. So it's really exciting. This is going to be a new age, a new era in the show. This is actually one of the greatest things to happen to the show in a long time, is me being able to close these doors, because it unrestricts my language, my attitude, the ranting, everything. So Michael Large says the sound is good. Steve Running says he can hear me. Okay, great. A lot of pausing. Michael Haskey, that's on your end, buddy. You know, you're going to have to look into what your issue is with your... I don't know what kind of internet you have. Bro, I don't know what kind of a device you're on. I don't know how your router's set up. You know, you have a lot of pausing. I have a feeling, because I'm broadcasting at 8K, it might be that you just aren't... You're not set up to accept 8K broadcasting, and that's why you see the pausing. I put out a lot of data when I go live for the clarity. So... you got to let me know what your situation is there. I hate to cut back my quality because, you know, of shitty internet connections, but that might actually have to be the case. I'm in and out. Love you. Let's link up. Michael. Yes, Michael. So good to see you, buddy. Absolutely. Crazy Mike. What's up, buddy? Thank you for saying hello. Good friend, man. Good friend. Okay, let's go ahead and get started, guys.
Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. The show.
Prepare yourself.
Cashing your chips, you sniffling, whining, self-loathing hypocrite. Blame it on Rio, all the woman in red.
Okay.
Don't fool yourself.
Michael Large.
You're the mascot up in next
Living large with Michael Large.
in the nearest crowd is security. I'll leave for you.
All the Michaels are here. Michael. Michael. All the Michaels. Ooh, harmony's way down. Okay. That's right. That's right. What? Let's start that movie.
Fuck you, Michelle Bachman. Fuck you. Dying and dying. As you read.
Yes. I love it. Thank you, Michael.
It starts with an F.
Bass is fun. Bass guitar is fun. Great instrument. Hello, Trendy! Trendy there, reporting in live from Orlando, Florida. I'm a Trendy on Towers and all things trendy. You'll find me and you and hashtag Trendies on all forums, sources, and sorts of social media, especially Rumble. If you want to support my free speech and your free speech, you'll come to Rumble, Michael Large. Michael Large, you will come to Rumble. Yes, the things are said and the things are done. Wonderful. Michael Large, we need to talk about your podcasting. And I hope that you start broadcasting to Rumble because YouTube does not give you free speech. And I was watching you a few days ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember. And you said, hey, Captain Bad Kid, haven't watched a stream since probably 2014. Glad to see you're still at it. I wonder why you missed, you probably got unsubscribed in 2014. Let me know what happened with that, Captain Bad Kid. But thank you so much for coming in. Come to Rumble and broadcast from Rumble, Michael, because I saw that YouTube had given you a strike or pulled down some of your content or did something and pissed you off. And I'm here to tell you, Rumble don't play that shit. So when you're ready to have yourselves heard the way you want to be heard, and you're sick of being controlled by people like YouTube and Shit Lips and the re-engineer crew over there at YouTube, come on over to Rumble, man, and start taking your podcasting seriously. Because YouTube doesn't. YouTube doesn't take your podcasting seriously. They don't take my podcasting seriously. They don't take anyone's podcasting seriously. They're in it for themselves. They don't care about us. They don't care about our message. And Michael, you're on Facebook, so you can't even see the link. Facebook won't even let you see a link, bro. But if you're watching from YouTube, I put a link up there for you. There it is up on the screen. It's a direct link, but you can just go to rumble.com/user/Nays Garden and then click on the live video. Oh, Michael Haskey, you running the video too high quality? Nick says. Check your quality, your video quality. YouTube is for losers. See you bitches on Rumble. Billy Bong, thank you, buddy. Karen, hello, Karen. Good morning. Okay, I will. Yeah, Michael, I'm here to help, buddy, for sure. I am here to help you. Absolutely. I've got a lot of love for you because you're a podcaster. Just because of that. You and I have that in common. And I look at that as we are a new breed, you know. Podcasters have only been around for so long. And we're the pioneers of something that's really exciting. And I think more people should get into it. It's amazing that there's still people out there that haven't even heard the word podcast or know that they exist or understand what they are. Blows my mind. We've got a lot to talk about. Those of you that follow me on Twitter, and you go over to Twitter and you actually look at my tweets because Twitter won't tell you because Elon's a cunt. I've been tweeting all morning and we've got really good stories to talk about. There was a shooting in LA. I want to cover that one first. Now I heard about this the other day, but I saw the video and now I know exactly what happened. A woman claimed that her boyfriend was attacking her and he wouldn't leave her alone, and she wanted him to leave the house or whatever, and she grabbed a knife. And she was supposedly defending herself from her boyfriend. She called the police. The police show up at her door, and when they knock on the door, she won't answer the door at first. And they're telling her, you know, you need to open the door. They try to kick the door down, and they can't kick the door down. So then she comes to the door and she answers the door. And she's holding a knife in her hands. And the police are standing there with their guns drawn. And instead of coming outside, putting the knife down and talking to the police, this crazy woman, and I understand when you're in this kind of a situation, you're not thinking clearly, but you guys have to think clearly. Okay, when cops show up, you better erase all the bullshit and drama in your mind and start taking shit seriously, or you're going to end up like her, dead. You do the wrong thing, you're dead. Right? Didn't help that she was a black woman. Let me write this down. Let's go in at 12:20. So, what does she do? She opens the door, she sees the police, she acknowledges them, and then she runs back into the house around a corner where the cops can't see her, and she grabs her boyfriend with the knife. As the police come into the apartment, she's holding the knife like she's about to stab him with the knife in front of the cops, and they shoot her 4 times and kill her where she stands. You want my opinion on that one? It was a good shoot. And those of you who follow me on Twitter, you already know that. It was totally clean. What she did was completely wrong. Burn live, red eye. Some of you need to remember that. Okay? People like me that do really good under a lot of pressure, we are not worried about cops confront me, whatever. I can just totally calm down, whatever. But if you've got a problem with controlling yourself, I put 12, 20 minutes, 13, 20. No longer going to get him. Cheers, everybody. She was trying to get her boyfriend killed. Death by cop. And it didn't work out in her favor. I think that's what's going on in her mind. But anyway, I don't know what was going on in this crazy woman's mind. What should have been going on in her mind was, holy shit, I'm holding a knife and I'm answering the door to the police. Okay, I need to put the knife down and answer the door. You can't hold a weapon and confront police. Can you play the clip? No, I explained it perfectly. There's no need to play it. You guys should watch CNN. It was on CNN, Victor Blackwell's show this morning. It was really good. You guys should watch CNN. You know? You should watch the news. They showed both body cam And, you should follow me on Twitter and read my tweets and all that shit. But I don't have access to the video. But, well, crazy, but that could have been any one of us in a domestic situation. When two people are fighting and there's a child there, you don't know what transpired, you don't know what kind of trauma she's been through, and neither do the police. But at the same time, you cannot brandish a weapon in front of police and think you're going to walk out of there alive. Not in America, and I don't know what country you might live in, but you don't do that shit here and get away with it. And if you don't understand how police operate, man, you need to go to a class. They should have a class. They teach you shit. Home ec. Hey, fuck home ec. Here's a class, how to deal with American police in 2024. And I'll teach the class. Yes, sir. No, sir. You don't handle a weapon. You're complacent. You're fucking quiet. And you know what? You don't fucking talk to them. You don't have to talk to them. But you don't pick up a weapon when you answer the door and the police are there. She made the worst decision you could have ever made. These police had no idea what they were coming up against. And I'm here to tell you, that cop, according to the laws of this country and the way we train our police, he's totally innocent. Now, as far as a human being goes, if that was me, I would have thrown the gun down and tackled her if I thought she was going to stab the guy. Taking the knife out of her hand, I would have just used my hands. She's a woman. I could have controlled the situation with just my hands. I'm a cop wearing gloves. I got boots on. I got a fucking bulletproof vest on. Come on. You're a pussy as a human. But we train our police a certain way. We train our police to shoot people when they have weapons. We train them over and over. We send them to shooting ranges and people have weapons. Shoot them. Shoot them faster. Shoot them 4 times. And as far as this country's laws go, that police officer did his job. And that's what we teach our police to do. Now, you want to see a change in that, then you should have read my police brutality bill from 2014. I tried to change all this, and this would have all been changed. We would have learned de-escalation and, how to deal with someone without a gun. To use your hands, hand-to-hand combat without using a deadly weapon. This all was part of my bill. But I got ignored. And, because fuck YouTube. And fuck Twitter. And fuck every single person that ever read that bill and had the ability to pass it along and decided not to pass it along. For whatever their reason was, you're all a bunch of cunts. Every single one of you that I sent that fucking bill to, and you just let it sit on your fucking lap and did nothing. You didn't tweet it. You didn't send it out. You just sat there with it. You're all a bunch of fucking cunts. And you all know who you are. She was the direct threat. She's the one that had the knife in her hand. Exactly, Bitter. And it's sad because, we all know how domestic shit goes. It's fucking out of control and crazy and, So, police have a hard job and we make it so much harder for them to do the right thing. And no, I don't blame this fucking pig at all. I don't blame him at all. And the father speaking out, dude, your daughter had a knife. She ran to the fucking boyfriend with the knife in her hand and grabbed him by the arm. What was the pig supposed to do? Are you fucking kidding me? She was 20 feet away from that guy when she opened the door. She ran 20 feet over to him so she could grab him by the arm with a knife in her hand. I don't have to show you the video, do I? It's explicit the way I'm painting it, isn't it? I saw it with my own eyes as if I was the police officer standing there with the gun in my hands. I saw it with my own eyes. If I was a trained American police officer, I probably would have killed her. But me as a human being, it just wasn't necessary. It was unnecessary. But like I said, not the cop's fault. We persist on training them this way. and he's going to walk. And I would be surprised if they even charged him with anything at all. He's not guilty. You know, she wanted him to use a taser. His partner was like, you want the taser? You want the taser? He's like, he's going into a situation he didn't know someone was going to have a gun. Fuck your taser. That's why the police officer held the gun and kept the gun. Refused the taser. That boyfriend could have had a fucking .357 Magnum pointed at the door. He didn't know when he was going to come around the corner. Wow, I'm a lawyer, dude. He just won the case. And we're done here. You know, where's my gavel? Cop's innocent. He walks. There is training for de-escalation. Not good enough training for de-escalation. Cops never de-escalate. They only make it worse. In every video that I've ever seen where someone gets killed, it's the cops that escalated the situation where that person did not have to die. It's happened thousands of times. And my bill would put an end to that bullshit. Their de-escalation training ain't dick. But she had a knife. She was a threat to them, the police. She was a threat to herself. She was a threat to the child that was standing behind her. She was a threat to her boyfriend that was 20 feet away that she ran to and grabbed by the arm and wielded the knife. And once again, I'm going to say, she might have been so crazy that she was trying to get the police to shoot the boyfriend. I'm going to say it again. She might have been so crazy that she was trying to get the police to murder her boyfriend. And she thought all she had to do was make it look like there was a struggle. It was like she didn't realize the police saw her, right? She figured they were still outside. She ran over there trying to make it look like he was grabbing her. Maybe she wasn't as crazy as I'm saying, right? Maybe she was being just deliberately evil and vindictive. I'm holding my hand up. Michael Large is engaging me. Thank you. Burn Live Red Eye. They definitely need a class to teach people how to deal with the police. I can highly agree with you on that. Thank you, Burn Live. Beanbag or taser? No, fuck a beanbag or a taser, bro, when someone's got a gun. Are you kidding me? Dude, you got a beanbag and I got my fucking Glock. Are you kidding me? You think you're going to stop me? And I've seen people get tased and not get affected by that shit. I've seen people rip tasers right out of their body to write a bill. But my local Senator Daley Carr admits that if it's not from members or constituents, it's put at the bottom of the pile under inside bills. No, I sent it to my representatives. Yeah, in my state, I'm a constituent. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Nancy Pelosi, Barbara Boxer. There was another one too. I can't remember her name. I sent these out. I got responses back. From everyone I sent it to, I got a response back. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to send us your thoughts on how you feel, blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to read every single letter that comes in, but we do want to encourage you. Fuck you. All the letters said that. I sent it to Bernie Sanders. You know, I tweeted. There was malicious intent on her part. That's to be determined by a jury, I guess, if they try to charge that police officer with anything. But in my opinion, Bitter, I completely 100% agree with you. I mean, it's really hard to say that she's that dumb. You know? The only thing she didn't do was forget to put the knife in her boyfriend's hand. Billy, what's up? Death by cop. murder by cop. It was attempted murder by cop, right? I think she was trying to get her boyfriend murdered. There's sometimes you have to practice acceptance, man. I know it seems like I'm crazy and wild and I'll yell and scream, but when police are involved, man, you can't be like that. You have to be respectful and you have to be calm. And if you are, most of the time, that's the response you'll get back. It's not every time, but it's going to help you big time because now a lot of times it's getting videotaped. So this just happened to me and my future wife. Police just walked into the house videotaping, and here we were, with all of this. And so we were calm, and we were being videotaped the whole time. And we had actually a what I would say a cordial interaction, even though the circumstances were it was the death of my father, and we were basically being investigated just to make sure we didn't do anything. Right. She wasn't dumb. Yeah. It's plotting someone's murder, It's like premeditated murder by cop. I do not hear the TV set in there. I can hear her chopping something, just barely. I'm hoping she can't hear my voice. This is really, really cool. I've got the doors open to the 2 rooms on both sides so the dog can come in and out. But it's so those rooms are so built in such a way the sound doesn't go through. It's pretty cool. So it helps ventilation to have those doors open. She lost her life over it. And I just hope that the police officer doesn't get charged with anything. Because like I said, and I'll say it again, when his partner offered up her taser to him and someone's got a gun, man, it's your life on the line. You want to take the taser or you want to take your 9mm? Or whatever police use now. I don't even know what cops use. Okay, so on the next story here. This is a good one. This is a doozy. Just kind of look this over. in the entire state of California, for traffic stops, the state's population of black drivers is 5.4%. But the amount of black drivers involved in traffic stops, not accidents, stops, 13%. So that's evidence of systemic racism that's baked into the system. No one can deny it. Not Candace Owens, not Ben Shapiro, not Steven Crowder, not any of your little right-wing fucking nut jobs that you guys suck their fucking dicks over. I got news for you. Those are the numbers. There is the evidence. We've got systemic racism in this fucking country. It's built in. Built in. We've got a problem in this country, and people like Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis, people that want to be your leader, people like Joe Biden are in complete denial about this. People like Governor Gavin Newsom, that's his state. Yeah, that should be included. Right. Yeah, but let's not talk about abuse anymore, okay, Bitter? Let's move past that. I think we're good on that. It's just, let's move on to the next story. Even though not that these are much happier. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. It's just more of the same. I can't even stop it. So guess where these kids are headed? They've got jobs. That's what Elon Musk says. Well, at least they've got jobs. They're mining cobalt so that we can drive Elon's electric cars. It doesn't, I can't even. Bitter, I can't even. You might as well go back to talking about domestic abuse. I have nothing better. It's all bad. Because look at this. You think that was bad? The Navajo Nation of Native Americans are appealing to the government to stop the transport of human remains to outer space and the moon to be buried. The Navajos. Because the moon is a sacred place to them, and they don't want bodies buried on it. So then this is what I ask them. So why are you burying bodies on Mother Earth if it's so sacred? Come on, Navajos. Or let me guess. They all Navajos burn the bodies. There's no Navajo graves. Am I right? Just doing this. Let me know. Come on, chat. Where are you at? Come on. Kick this in here. The world's fucked, Joe. I know. When you talk about estates, what? High crime is from a black community? London. Oh, London, England. Oh, right on, Joe. message lag. I would love to hear from you guys on this. I'm going to ask you guys again. So there's some agencies here, who knows, they want to bury people on the moon. And they probably get paid a lot of money to do it. And, you know, in doing so, they might invent some new usable technology. Who knows? There might be some benefit to this. Navajos bury their... what a bunch of hypocrites! Oh, they'll bury the bodies on this sacred ground, but they can't bury bodies up on that sacred ground. What's the difference, Navajo Nation? What's the difference? Move past it. Hey, grow up. They think they control what happens on the moon. That guy right there. That guy wants to control he gets on CNN over this. The Navajos are pissed. Oh, I can't even go there. We're going to move on. Oh, there, look at that. The woman killed by LA cops was a good shoot. I just watched the video and she had every opportunity to walk away. We will cover this today. Now, those of you that follow me on Twitter would have seen this and could have primed up for it. Look at this. Someone said, I'm going to retweet this all day. I said, so peaceful. Such a peaceful moment. This is 55 seconds of footage, guys. So peaceful. Wow. The guy's got a crutch. People are throwing weapons up there. People are throwing sticks and stuff up there so those people can use them. Look, that guy's using a flagpole. Like they're pulling the bike. That's like a bike rack or something. Oh, they pulled a cop down. You see that? You guys see that? Dude, the crowd pulled a cop down there and just started pummeling the fuck out of him. Do you see this? This is the peaceful January 6th, everybody. I'm so glad everyone can see this. All of you fucking cunt-ass Trump supporters, fuck off. All right, you're all a bunch of dumb cunts, and y'all need to go fuck off. Fuck this bullshit. Over a bullshit election that you lost. You fucking lost that election. If this was about your health care, I would have been right there with you, you dumb cunts. You stupid fucking cunts. Burn Live, dude, bro, I love you. You know that I love you. But you just literally lied to my entire audience on my live stream. You can't do that. You can't come in here and lie, okay? Look, you literally just said only one person died from January 6th. That's what you just said. And you said it was a female cop that was shocked by her fellow officer. Wow. Dude, you're like a Trump supporter. You're like a fucking delusional Trump supporter. Did I just call you a fucking dumb cunt? Listen, I'm sorry. I take it back. I didn't apply that to you. I want you to know that. And my audience knows that. But god damn it, dude. We're sitting here watching them beat police. And you're saying, you're lying to my audience. You're saying only one person died. Come on, bro. God damn, that guy with the flagpole. Dude, that dude with the flagpole was hitting that cop with that fucking thing, man. It's crazy. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. 170 people convicted of crimes on that day, bro. 170 people admitted that they were guilty on that day. So, you know, you could say you can count the people that are actually doing violence. It's about 170 people. About 170. You can count it too. About 170 people. There's violence that occurred all over that place, not just at that doorway. You know, and we watched a lot of footage. I saw the whole thing the day it happened. But yesterday, we all watched the January 6th committee compilation of all the video footage they had. And I don't think anybody here was in denial about what happened on January 6th after we watched that video. I mean, this is just one excerpt. 5 people died, 174 were sent to the hospital. Wiki, Reuters, New York Times. Billy, thank you. Billy Valentine. Fucking doing producing. Holy shit, thank you, buddy. Within 36 hours of the insurrection, 5 people died. 174 people were sent to the hospital. I mean, there's no need to argue the point. And the fact that you feel the need to argue the point is scary for me. Because you're able to look at the same evidence that I'm able to look at. And you look at Tucker Carlson footage of people walking peacefully through hallways and say, look, most people were just being peaceful. Why were all those peaceful people there? They were there to stop the steal for Donald Trump, who thought he had won that election. You don't care about the people that got sent to the hospital. I care about the truth. No, you don't. You don't care about the truth. You literally came in and lied, Burn Live. You don't care about the truth, bro, at all. You care about your narrative protecting your side, which is the Republican Donald Trump side. And that's the side that you've chosen, and you're going to come in here and lie for them. You're going to carry their water for them. You can't even name the 5 people that died. You can only name one. Stop playing with me. 174. Dude, Ashley Babbitt. There's one that died. She got shot in the throat. How'd that work out? Ashley Babbitt. There's one that's... Now we can name 4 more. You know? I don't care. And what's it matter whether we can name their names or not? That seems like you're trying to take away from what we're actually talking about here. It doesn't matter. What the fuck their names? Non-point. I don't care about the people that got sent to the hospital. I care about the truth. No, you don't. That's another lie. You just said you care about the truth when you came in and lied. You don't care about the truth. And how many people died? 5 people did not die. Only one. It was a female. A female. Two cops committed suicide, bro. You know about that? You think those 2 police officers would have taken themselves out had that day not have occurred? Maybe listen to some of the testimony from some of the police officers who were there on that day, and you tell me. Have you done that? Have you listened to the police interviews talking about that day? Did you watch the January 6th committee hearings? I got a lot of questions for you, bro. I mean, you want to take this topic on. I will take it on with you, and I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to smash you into little bits. You're not going to like the outcome. You're going to get proven wrong. Yeah, you watched that? Well, let's watch the video that we all watched yesterday. We'll watch it together right now, okay? It's a short video. It's like 11 minutes or something like that. It's 12 minutes and 25 seconds.
As we provide answers to American people about January 6th, it's important that we remember I include in the record a video presentation of the violence of January 6th.
Yeah, just for awareness, be advised, there's probably about 300 Proud Boys. They're marching eastbound in this 400 block of kind of Independence, actually on the mall towards the United States Capitol.
I am not allowed to say what's going to happen today because everyone's just going to have to watch for themselves.
And, you know, that sounds like someone's just talking out their ass. Really, it does. And what they're trying to show is that there was a premeditated conspiracy going on. That these people all had an agenda that day, and they were all well aware of it.
It's going to happen.
Her talking like that sounds like every other Q-involved type MAGA person that was crazy, you know, over that election. She sounds the same, and it's really just talk, blah, blah, blah.
Something's going to happen.
So we watched this yesterday, and I think Red Eye, I think you need to watch this, and I need to do a dab. Yo, Red Eye, you wanna schmig him out? You wanna schmig him out?
$20 a picture.
I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope
Did
so.
you see those guys?
I hope so.
Did you see what those guys were wearing? I missed that part before. Holy shit. That guy said $20 a picture. There it is. Those guys are wearing bulletproof vests, flak jackets. They've got helmets. That guy's got a helmet. Far right. Hanging down. They've got helmets. Oh, there's another dude with a helmet with a shield across it. Near right where it says AM, right above, in between the A and the M, if you look up, there's a dude with a helmet with a shield on it right there. People weren't going there just to march peacefully. They were wearing protective gear because they were expecting violence, because they were going to be bringing violence. What do you have to say about that? I'm kind of wondering. I love you too. I love you too, Red Eye. I love you too, bro. I love you. I want to know, Red Eye, from you right now. What were these guys preparing for? Do you think they were just, this is how you dress when you go to a march or you go to a rally to go see Donald Trump? You wear flak jackets, bro? Do you deny that people were obviously preparing for some sort of a violent event by the way they were dressed? They had military helmets on. That other guy looks like he's got a police helmet on. It looks like he's wearing a police helmet with a shield over the front. Hey there, Bigger Bees! Bigger Bees 17! What's up? How's it going? I think that's your name. Oh, Big... No, not Bigger Bees. That's not a B. That's an H. Is that Big Grizz 17? Big Grizz! What's up, Big Grizz? Sorry. Is this for the election? This is about what happened back in January of 2021 when Donald Trump gave a speech near the Capitol and told his audience that they needed to stop the steal and that Mike Pence was not doing his job and that if Mike Pence would do his job, he would win the election and that they were all going to go march down to the Capitol and that Donald Trump said he was going to go march down to the Capitol with them and then he proceeded to do nothing for 4 hours while they ransacked the place and were hunting for Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi. The picture of these fellas that you are showing me is not telling me. Are they with the FBI? No, they're not with the FBI. They're MAGA. They're not with the FBI. They're MAGA. They're Proud Boys. They're Trump supporters. They're Q. There's another, the Oath Keepers. You ever heard of the Oath Keepers? They're in jail now. You know, the FBI's already responded to this. He said, we didn't direct anybody to do anything January 6th. We had absolutely nothing to do with that. It's hilarious. 25%, and it's okay, Burn Live. 25% of America believes what you believe. 25%. But we're on the 75% over here. We know it wasn't the FBI. We know that it was Donald Trump. He directed those people to go there, and they went there. You watch all the wrong people, bro. You should watch more of my show. And less of Matt Walsh. God, I hope you don't watch Matt Walsh. Or less of Steven Crowder or Candace Owens or Ben Shapiro or whoever on the far right you're listening to, Tim Pool, and you think you're watching some independent, but they're not. They're just some right-wing nut job.
I hope Mike is going to do the right thing. I hope so.
Here you go. Here you go.
I hope so.
Lather it up,
If
Trump.
Mike Pence does the right thing,
Lather it up.
we win the election.
Win the election.
All Vice President Pence has to do is send it back to the states to recertify. And we become president, and you are the happiest people. Pence is going to have to come through for us. And if he doesn't, that will be a sad day for our country. Because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
Take back the country. You have to be strong and take back the country. It's the words he uses, bro, and you got to give Donald Trump credit. He is just like a mob boss. Doesn't say directly what he wants people to do, but everybody knows what he wants them to do, and they go and do it. You know, it's just like a mob boss, and you got to give him credit for that. Burn Live, cheers! Cheers, bro. Thank you for arguing with me today, bro. You're great. You're great.
Mike Pence, I hope you're going to stand up for the good of our Constitution and for the good of our country. And if you're not, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. I will tell you right now.
Bro, there's 170 cases that you can go research and find out that none of those people are FBI agents. 170 people convicted. You can go research that if you want to. If you really want the truth, bro. You really want the truth. Donald Trump is a fascist, okay? He supports Israel more than Biden does. Way more. How do you feel? Yo, Burn Live, how do you feel about the genocide going on in Israel, bro? How do you feel about that? Because it's going to get worse under Trump. Look at that. Looks like a war, bro. Look, those guys are wearing flak jackets, and they got bull horns.
The Vice President and the United States Senate.
What do they need bull horns for, dude? Barking commands. Okay, let's do 56. 56, 56. 56, 56.
5 to 50 be advised, Capitol Police 1 advised they're trying to breach and get into the Capitol.
Big Ribs. Big Grizz 17. He's too powerful with his wordplay. Yeah, he's good. He's really good at what he does. He knows how to boss people around and just without incriminating himself. I don't care about other countries.
We're about 5 mics out. We're trying to make our way through all this.
You don't care about other countries? You don't care about the Palestinian kids that are dead, bro? That's really sad, man. You don't care about... There's like 8,000 dead children in Gaza, and you don't care about that? You don't care about other countries? Bro, we're all human beings, man. We're all in this together. Why would the separation of a country... I mean, Jesus Christ, bro. It's fucking crazy. No law regarding cannabis. Cheers, everybody. I see a bunch of red Make America Great MAGA hats. Wow, look at all the red hats.
Be advised they're requesting additional resources on the east side as they've broken into that window and they're trying to kick it in.
Without objection, the chair declares the House in recess pursuant to Clause 12B of Rule 1.
Nancy Pelosi was begging for more of a police presence. And it's all on video of her asking for them. She's like, you need to send the National Guard here now. She's demanding it while she's in that building, bro. There's video of it. I could show you that too. So the answer to your question is yes. Yeah, I agree with you. Nancy Pelosi is a massive douchebag, but she was asking for the National Guard to come in there. She was asking for police. Do you want me to pull up the video? Yeah, because she didn't want a big police presence there because she didn't want to incite people and make a big deal about shit. She didn't realize that these motherfuckers were so crazy, and she didn't realize that Donald Trump was going to get them so worked up. But once she realized what was going on, I've got video of her begging for the police, bro. Begging for protection. She thought she was going to die. They shouldn't be bleeping out fucking curse words. We're all adults. What a bunch of dumb cunts. Look at all those red hats. Man, that's a lot of red hats. And those are just the red hat wearing MAGAs. Bro, there's plenty other people there that supported Donald Trump. In fact, almost every other person there supported Donald Trump. Just because they weren't wearing red hats. But that show of red hats just shows you.
We need an area for the housing members. They're all walking over now through the tunnels. We're trying to hold the upper deck. We are trying to hold the upper deck now. We need to hold the doors of the counter. I need court support. We lost the line. We lost the line. All TDs come back. All TDs come back up to the upper deck. All TDs come back to the upper deck. ASAP.
They're all saying Nancy. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. They're in her office looking for her. They wanted to kill her. And let me tell you something. I hate Nancy Pelosi just as much as anybody else does. Right? Don't think for 1 second that those people were there to go speak with her or have a conversation with her. Burn live. Right? Right, Bitter? People need to be made to watch this. Wow, that looks so peaceful. Look at the guys coming in with the guys in the military guys. All military gear. Helmets, goggles, flak jackets. Full fucking camo.
There's people flooded the hallways outside. We have no way out.
In fact, officers still remaining on the house floor, on the third floor, to use the subway themselves. It's time to evacuate so we can secure the members on the other side. Copy.
That's where Ashley Babbitt got shot and killed at.
To us people now, the American people. One more time. Tell you ready to move. And whatever it takes, I'll lay my life down if it takes. Absolutely. That's why we showed up today.
That guy's knocked out. Look at all those people crushing each other. The love in the air. Donald Trump has never seen so much love in the air. He's never seen anything like it. He's such a piece of shit. I probably said the exact same thing yesterday when we watched that. It's hard to watch, man. But we're going to have to just force people to watch that. And it's not to get them to not vote for Donald Trump. It's not. It's just so they'll know the truth about what the fuck happened, man. So they can just see for themselves what happened. And stop living in denial and acting like they know something when they looked away from it when it happened. They ignored it. They refused to watch it. They swallow the narrative that they get fed by these Republican podcasters that are out there just constantly feeding them this narrative. And it infects them, and it makes them unable to deal with the actual truth of anything as far as I'm concerned. You know, it clouds your ability to just deal, to just cope, because this is how you're coping. You're coping by saying only one person died because of January 6th. You're coping by saying it wasn't a violent insurrection. You're coping by saying Donald Trump didn't incite it and wasn't guilty of participating in it. You know, I just wonder what those Oath Keepers did when they got inside. It was like their mission. They were like all on a mission. The Oath Keepers. They were all together. They were on a big mission. They came inside the Capitol. They had all their gear on. What was it, a fucking Halloween party for them? They're like, yeah, check us out. We're the Oath Keepers. We've got like big belts with like useful items on them and all camo. We've got our helmet with our goggles, and they're like special, like super expensive goggles. They're bulletproof vests that we've got on, flak jackets, and our super steel-toed boots. And we've got a little mini baton that we've gotten in our pocket, and it's like makes us feel really manly. And now we're just gonna walk around. What did you fucking do? Did you even know you were going to get inside? And did you have a plan, an objective? Big military guys, did you forget that you're supposed to have a fucking reason for doing what you're doing? Were you going to change the vote around somehow? Were you going to go reconduct a vote or something? Or go talk to Mike Pence? Is that what you were going to do? Were you going to go find Mike Pence? Go talk to Mike? We're going to go sit him down with our military gear and, yeah, we got to find him. Oh, we can't find him in here. Oh, he's not here. They must have evacuated him. Yes, they evacuated the vice president. They must have evacuated him. Okay. What do they say? When they back out of a plan. What's the command? Say, abort mission, over, abort mission, over. All Oath Keepers abort. Mike Pence is gone. The rooster has left the hen house. Abort mission. Over. Oh, God. Yeah. Abort mission. So, we covered all of the tweets, and I'm just going to check the history here really fast. Listen to this coyote with Nay. That's fun. My future wife and I watched that video, and we really enjoyed it. You guys all know about that video. XQC reacts to Bored Ape Nazi Club. That's a good one. Talks about all the tropes, man. All of the... we could probably watch that.
project manipulating the masses into asserting value on racist imagery, I would not fuck with him. For the past 6 months, Ryder Ripps and other researchers have collected all of the data and sources that highlight Bored Ape Yacht Club's successful but depraved continued stunt. And I say continued because they still operate unchecked. 4chan is the gutter of the internet. Founded in 2003 by 15-year-old Christopher Moot Poole, this message board serves as a place where internet culture is born, discussed, and destroyed. Users on 4chan typically post
Hey! Look, we made it.
15-year-old Christopher Moot Poole. This message board serves as a place where internet culture is born, discussed, and destroyed. Users on
Look. It's HW's animation thing.
4chan typically post as anonymous or anon, as they argue.
Chatter, but this sounds like tinfoil hat theories you'd hear from a homeless man.
It might be tinfoil, but we're watching it.
The identity of the user adds nothing to conversations at hand. But the collective anonymous culture of the message board has devolved into a degenerate pit of despair. Along with anonymous identities, there is virtually no moderation. As a result of this, threads on 4chan spiral into some of the weirdest and most disturbing rabbit holes on the internet. So why even post? Well, as Ryder Ripps described to me, trolling is a sport on 4chan. This point alone is necessary in understanding the motive behind Bored Ape Yacht Club. Throughout the internet's history, 4chan has...
remember when we watched the fucking the post where it's like 4chan and it's like Shia LaBeouf's thing with like the fucking flag and they do triangulation with fucking air control traffic bullshit, and then they put the flag inside of a house, and they, by the time of the day of the fucking light behind the wall, they figured out, and they went to vandalize the house or some shit. Holy fuck, dude!
For trolling mainstream media endlessly. One classic example of this was when 4chan tricked mainstream media into thinking the OK hand symbol signified white power. The media ran with it, and as a result, actual white supremacists adopted it as their own. An internet joke that illuminated a problem with mainstream media, their willingness to post anything, was taken literally, and the meaning of the joke changed forever. Another example of this is comedian Sam
Okay, Red Eye.
The Ghost of Kia.
I see you,
Lastly,
buddy.
let's talk about the benefit of the doubt. Imagine all of what I'm about to tell you is one giant coincidence. Somewhere along the grocery list of examples of Bored Ape Yacht Club being one massive alt-right inside joke is a point at which these similarities are no longer coincidences. Let's call this the tipping point. If I bring up one instance that highlights deliberate Nazi, fascist, or alt-right messaging, you may think to yourself, I see it, but that's a reach. So I ask you, what is your number? At what point do all of these examples become crystal clear in front of your eyes? For me,
only
it was
taking
just
one, brother.
First, let's talk about the apes as a whole. You don't have to look far on social media to see that many people believe the apes in Bored Ape Yacht Club are inherently racist looking. Remember, they could have picked any animal, object, or thing to make an NFT project. Monkeys? Really? It seems a bit random, but we're dealing with deliberate messaging. This is not a mistake. This is Damon Dash, the founder of Rockefeller Records with Jay-Z.
And then, I don't know if
he's literally doing a reaction video. We have to react every few seconds to whatever's going on.
We're just talking about that.
That's what he's deliberately reacting every few seconds.
Trying to get cute and laugh at us. We was just talking about that. Because either way, you should tread lightly with Monkey as it relates to our culture, because it's a trigger for us, and they keep doing it. So first I wasn't like, and then I was like, why is everything a gorilla or an ape or a monkey? Why ain't it a penguin or like a panda bear or something?
What?
Why is it something that's been used to...
Guys, am I missing something? Couldn't you say the same thing about King Kong or fucking Planet of the Apes?
You know, disrespect us for years. So I don't know, you know? And when language is difficult for a creative, that leaves a lot of room for exploitation. You know, so that means a lot of people that can understand may take advantage of those creators that don't want to understand.
You guys realize, for the last 2 years, they got black people to invest
in
monkeys.
What I said did not correlate to what the guy was saying. It correlated to the comment that the video made before hitting that into that direction. That's what don't be weird. Don't be stupid now.
For the last 2 years, they got black people to invest in monkeys and dogs while making fun of us and taking our money from us. But Doge was going to the moon. When y'all get done, Go look at Bored Ape Yacht Club and go see the imagery of how it's connected to Nazism. It's damn near the same imagery, but they know we won't study long enough to say, and now look how many billions of dollars they made off of us and our culture, and then the music industry gonna come in with more NFTs and continue to rob us. All we need is us.
The reason people have made this conclusion is because of something called simianization. This refers to comparing ethnic groups to an ape or monkey. Simianization has been used throughout history to put others down in order to dehumanize them. You will see exactly how Bored Ape Yacht Club uses simianization to convey racist themes and undertones. But first, we must understand the culture in which
I'm watching a video, man. I'll give it a chance, man. Settle
these
down.
apes were born. In 2021, Bored Ape Yacht Club was launched on April 30th, which is the exact day that Hitler died. The launch of Bored Ape Yacht Club was actually on the 23rd, with a week-long pre-sale, and they sold out before the 30th. However, they made it a point to tell the New Yorker that it was the 30th. I have shown this picture to various artists. This is Bored Ape Yacht Club's main logo that they use across all of their branding and social media accounts. Not too bad, right? How about now? Most of them laugh uncomfortably in sheer disbelief. The audacity to do this is mind-blowing. It does not take a genius to see that this Bored Ape Yacht Club logo is a direct copy of the Totenkopf. The skull and bones represents death and was used by both Prussia and Nazi Germany as a military emblem representing death heads. I only mention Prussia because that will play out later when we examine some of the bored apes. Both logos also have 18 teeth. If you're unfamiliar, the alt-right white supremacists and neo-Nazis love alphanumeric code. The number 18 is a symbol of hate.
Yeah, it's also etched in as well. I like the
Technically, it's alphanumeric code for the initials of Adolf Hitler. 1 being A, 8 being H. One thing to note is that both logos.
Yeah, I think one of the big giveaways here is the etching on the fucking on the puck, or what the fuck you call that? Yeah, it all connects, but you know, yeah.
Now that I told you guys he's doing a reaction video where he reacts every few seconds, it kind of gave up his little bit, doesn't it? And it's like you realize he's literally doing like a packaged, you know, requirement in order to satisfy his advertisers, you know, through the social media company.
Just a format.
Also have a rough edge, which is uncommon in circular emblems. It's just another characteristic that demonstrates they knew what they were copying. Bored Ape Yacht Club was created by a company.
My mom's in the kitchen. She's like, can you smell that? She's in there baking banana bread.
Called Yuga Labs. Like everything in this project, the name has meaning. A little bit about us to start off the new year.
Chat, coming from skateboarding, chat, we had a bunch of fucking logos that were all like scuffed and broken and rough and fucking whatever. Yeah, I don't know.
And what's coming?
But
what's the inspiration behind the name Yuga Labs? We're nerds, and Yuga is the name of a villain in Zelda whose ability is that he can turn himself and others into 2D art. It made sense for an NFT company. When I heard this, I was confused. I've played just about every Legend of Zelda game, and I could not remember for the life of me who Yuga was.
Yeah, who the fuck is Yuga?
Yuga is a boss in The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, the 17th installment of the Zelda franchise, available only on the Nintendo 3DS. If you're a self-proclaimed nerd or gamer, you wouldn't source your name from the most obscure Zelda game ever, let alone a game for the 3DS. Everyone knows that Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, and even Breath of the Wild are the greatest games in the franchise. I could believe Ganon Labs, after the main antagonist throughout the entire series, Ganondorf, but Yuga? I'm not buying it. There is a specific reason they pick the name Yuga. On Yuga Labs' website, they pay homage to another project called the Hash Masks. This project was made by a Swiss company known as Suumkuik Labs. This phrase, meaning to each their own, was on the gate of the Buchenwald concentration camp. This phrase was also used on the face of Prussian helmets. And Yuga Labs loved Suumkuik so much that they even took their exact terms of service. Yuga has an entirely different meaning. The phrase Kali Yuga stems from Hinduism, and it refers to an age of conflict or darkness.
What is the period we're in now? Because it seems like it's coming to an end. This is Kali Yuga, man.
Yeah. This presents good points and good whatever the fuck. I just like it. It's kind of funny the way that he's phrasing everything and the way that he's putting it actually sounds like tinfoil hat. You know when you remember the meme videos where they go like they're like on the further end of the paper it says Q. You know it's all.
He's really bad at this.
Also Q. They think that this happened, but wait.
He's one of the number one podcasters in the world too.
It also says B when the other guy died.
Yum, banana bread. So, yeah, you know, Chuckles' mom makes the best goddamn banana bread. She puts chocolate chips in it. My mom put chocolate chips in this one. Raisins and chocolate chips, and it's so freaking good. Oh my god.
But wait, it just feels like it was
predicted.
It's the tone, though.
Bhagavad Gita. This is
Guru Damarong, Battle of the Gods, Ragnarok.
Let me tell you, the end of the world is coming. Shape-shifting reptilian interdimensional aliens are going to come and literally rip the thoughts out of our brains. And then there won't be anything left, and we will all be subservient to them. And they will be our masters.
Cultures, like they go through these pitches, these ups and downs.
The earliest mention of this phrase in internet culture was on September 11th, 2014, by an anonymous user on 4chan, in response to people being upset over Gamergate. Anon replied, "I know it is dark at times, but you just gotta learn to enjoy it, man. Embrace being the bad guy. Surf the Kali Yuga." Since then, the phrase spread like wildfire among the alt-right. First, it was made into a t-shirt by Vincent Vauquelin, who founded the French Dissent, an alt-right political party that operated from 2011 to 2021. Apparently, alt-right meme merch went hard, and the new design of the shirt in 2016 featured a toting cough. And in 2019, a Telegram group called Kali Yuga Surfing Club was created. See anything weird here? The Kali Yuga is one of the cornerstones of traditionalist ideology that was preached by René Guénon, a French occultist and philosopher who is credited for introducing the Kali Yuga to the West. During his life, Guénon moved to Egypt, became Muslim, and preached traditionalism, which consisted of extreme anti-Semitism and an admiration for ancient societies, which included hierarchies of class and gender. Guénon and Italian-born Nazi sympathizer Julius Evola are both revered and memed on 4chan. You'll find threads in the literature and political boards placing these two on a pedestal and recommending their works for a sense of woke pseudo-intellectualism. Often messages will be left with PBUH, which means peace be upon him, a common Arabic phrase. You see, surfing the Kali Yuga manifested itself on poll. It became a repeated phrase and dog whistle among users. In fact, embracing the darkness, or surfing the Kali Yuga, is a phrase that the alt-right has adopted in order to communicate a sense of collective. This might melt your brain, but stay with me. It's impossible to show the masses exactly what the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are doing without understanding Chan culture, or how 4chan acts as a think tank and hive mind. One of the worst aspects of Chan culture is pseudo-intellectualism. What you have is a bunch of trolls who haven't seen the light of day, that have collectively convinced themselves
958.
Woke.
Bitcoin's taking off all of a sudden, guys.
They find solace in knowing specific information compared to normal people, or normies. This is why it's considered esoteric. As a result of
964.
This, you have pockets of deranged people who study old texts, scriptures, and societies in order to extract archaic
969.
values and worship them. The founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club are terminally online, smart assholes. I hate to admit it.
973.
The founders are clever, and I mean really fucking clever.
982.
The four founders are Gordon Goner, Emperor Tomato Ketchup,
985,
and No Sass. You may be wondering, why do they all have obscure Xbox Live gamer tags? Well, if you think this is innocent, you're not ready for this.
984.
Number 1, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, Karim Adelaide, software engineer. On the surface, Emperor Tomato Ketchup sounds like a Fortnite skin. In reality, Emperor Tomato Ketchup is the name of a 1971 film that is banned across the world for containing child pornography. It's about children overthrowing
Why would you name
and
yourself that, you
establishing their own
fucking weird
supremacy, in
motherfucker,
which
right?
a young boy in a fascist uniform sexually assaults a grown woman. And if you were to ask Tomato himself, he would say he got the name from a Stereolab album,
982.
which got its name from the film. Another example of plausible deniability. Number 2, Gargamel. Greg Solano, MFA in writing. If anyone is familiar with the Smurfs, then the name Gargamel might ring a bell. Gargamel is the antagonist.
It's a long video, okay? Some of these sound like reaches, okay? And I guess they kind of are on their own, okay? I guess with a video like that, okay, you can't just fucking look at a reach and say that it's reaching. Okay, it's called building a foundation.
Who turns sentient beings into money. He is widely known as an anti-Semitic depiction of a Jewish stereotype. And as Ryder Rips pointed out, 4chan also uses the term Gargamel to describe
982.
Jewish people. A reoccurring theme that you'll notice is that this entire umbrella of Bored Ape Yacht Club trolling stems from 4chan behavior, which is based on inserting enough absurdity to create plausible deniability. Gargamel is smart, but he's a little sloppy. According to his Reddit post history, he posted a 4chan crypto meme before Bored Ape Yacht Club was even live yet, confirming that he's at least aware of the culture or uses 4chan. Greg Solano, or Gargamel, was a literature major in college and wrote his thesis paper on 2666, which is a book that takes place in Nazi Germany with a main character named after Nazi SS doctor Hans Reiter. He even expressed on his now defunct blog that he wanted to write a fiction novel that blends real history with imaginative events, which is similar to Roberto Bolaño's 2666. This could be a stretch, but I'm reminded here of your writing backgrounds. Do you think there's any parallel between your big conceptual breakthrough to design NFTs for what interests you, not some target demo, and the idea that in writing, sometimes the best stuff comes from channeling what you really want to see, not what some theoretical reader wants? Gargamel says, ever since the Bored Ape Yacht Club, we've seen like 1,000 different avatar collections come up, and a lot of them are really cool. But what we think was special, and what people could kind of read on top of ours, is that we didn't just throw 3D glasses onto apes. And we didn't have a long essay on exactly what this was, but we knew what it was. It's like Wittgenstein's let the unutterable be conveyed unutterably, or Hemingway's iceberg theory. We knew what this world was and why the apes are this way, and that somebody else might get a little tingle on their neck looking at it, thinking, yeah, this is kind of different. This isn't just random. In this interview, Gargamel literally just confirmed that Bored Ape Yacht Club is his medium for creative writing. First, the quote is cryptic.
Wait, what was it? That was just an odd response, though.
Yeah, but listen.
Is that was like
these guys go so fucking deep into this shit. It is. You're like, you guys needed a fucking hobby, and this should not have been it.
Like he.
You'll see.
Whenever,
You'll
like,
see here in a
somebody
minute.
wants to get caught or something like that, or somebody like a chase isn't like really happening, or they're not getting chased anymore, and they want to get chased. That seems like
but it makes a lot of sense given the context of this project.
They think they're really clever and smart.
Be conveyed unutterably. Dog whistles, hidden meanings, fiction writing. Nah, man, they're just apes with 3D glasses. You don't understand crypto. In this statement, Gargamel quotes Ludwig Wittgenstein, an Austrian Jewish philosopher believed to have been the boy who went to school with Adolf Hitler from 1903 to 1904. According to writer Kimberly Cornish in The Jew of Linz, she alleges that Hitler alludes to a Jewish boy who is believed to be Wittgenstein in Mein Kampf. Wittgenstein's entire body of
Hey,
work
Brian
consists
Hampton,
of
what's up,
ciphering,
buddy?
cryptology, and solving puzzles. Similar to how Bored Ape Yacht Club is one massive puzzle designed to be cracked for the sole purpose of stroking their twisted fanfiction writing boner. Second, he states Hemingway's iceberg theory, which describes exactly what they're doing. Iceberg theory itself is also a 4chan meme. Greg Solano also has written a book titled The Cinematic Art of World of Warcraft. To say he isn't a sucker for fantasy would be a flat-out lie. We know that Gargamel is a creative fantasy writer. We know that he wrote his thesis
Brian,
paper
cheers,
on a
bro.
Nazi story. And we know that he wanted to create something similar, blending real and fake events. He literally quoted Ludwig Wittgenstein.
Yes, now this brings up a thing in my head that kind of almost scares me. Imagine you're a fucking company, okay? You're a fucking corporate and you're making a game or some shit, right? Like Blizzard or whatever the fuck, and you want your art to be made for the game or whatever, and some motherfucker is like a corrupted employee, right? Because of some whatever background, and he just puts some really small things everywhere that nobody can see. Nobody. One fucking guy. And the game releases and has like fucking millions of players. And some guy's like, yo, dude, look at like this guy's fucking shirt or whatever. And he's like, well, what the fuck? And imagine. Wait a minute. That could happen.
And Iceberg Theory confirm that there is hidden meaning and that everything is delivered in Bored Ape Yacht Club. Prior to Bored Ape Yacht Club, Greg Solano even stated he wanted to create a Lovecraftian-themed NFT project. And if you know anything about Lovecraft, he was a notorious
got a
white
rejection at
supremacist,
980.
often weaving his prejudices as the basis for his stories. The frustration that Ryder Rips and others have felt, myself included, with the public's perception of this criticism is immense. You can't begin to educate people on this when they're too ignorant to realize that they're being played. Bored Ape Yacht Club, in a way, is a social experiment in making fun of people who are easily influenced. Crypto bros and everyone who sucks up.
Okay. I personally don't like the way he's describing this as a social experiment. When something is valued at $1 billion, you can say that it's 1, 2, or 3, but I don't believe that things are of that label when it has that big of a fucking financial pull or whatever the fuck. I understand. Okay, just forget it. Yeah,
I
I
fun
know
of
what I
people
mean.
who are easily influenced. Crypto bros and everyone who sucks off technocrats included. It is a commentary on the number going up forever, or the wag me crowd, which
Okay. Well, guys, how's it? It's a bad take. Okay, then I'll piggyback this, and I'll just say, guys, the whole stake thing, guys, the whole gamble thing. You know what, guys? It was a meme. I knew ahead of time what was gonna happen. I knew ahead of time. It's a meme, a social experiment, and you've been falling for it. And I'm gonna keep doing it just because, dude, it's a meme. Law, dude.
The slogan, we're all going to make it.
It's just a
This
meme,
is a
dude.
very real sentiment
Look at
shared
that.
by thousands of people on the internet, which the founders of this project have profited off of immensely. All it took was celebrity worship, proper funding, fueled by a dystopian political agenda to get fascist propaganda on the world stage. Let me be clear. I'm not saying buzzwords just to say them. This is what's happening. 3. Gordon Goner, or Wiley Arano, also a creative writer. The third founder of Bored Ape Yacht Club goes by Gordon Goner, the same name Ryder used for the website, piecing this all together. This was done for SEO purposes, so that when you type in Gordon Goner on Google, Ryder's website pops up first. In an interview with Wiley from 2014, he stated, "The only book that I don't like is Mein Kampf, but I haven't read it." When asked innocently about books, he resorted to making Hitler jokes. Yeah, there's probably nothing to see here, right? This is just more proof that Wiley's attempt at edgy humor dates back to 2014. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Gordon Goner stated he chose the name because it sounded like Joey Ramone, lead singer of the Ramones. It should be known that Bored Ape Yacht Club's connection to the Rolling Stone is not random. It's through Neil Strauss, author of The Game, who is apparently writing about the subculture of Bored Ape Yacht Club. Gordon Goner is a full-phrase anagram for Drongo Negro. Drongo is Australian slang for stupid, and Negro means black. Drongo is also tossed around on 4chan and Reddit. It's not simply a random word. It is also conveniently a species of black bird. Another example of a hyper-specific double-meaning term or phrase in Bored Ape Yacht Club. There's not much else known about Wiley Arano, aka Gordon Goner, besides loose leads that allege he's a crypto-fascist. And his dad is...
You guys coming in the middle of the video. We've been on for 20 minutes, okay? And we're about one-third done. You guys coming in the middle of the video and saying, that's a reach, that's a reach. Everything in life is a fucking reach, okay? It's like something in court. Building foundation, okay? And then understanding your way through plausible deniability, right? If that's the way the way you would defend it, plausible deniability. Oh, you're saying it's a reach or it's not this, right? And you can navigate the way through this by building a strong foundation and getting your way through it. Now shut up and watch, man.
Is literally Don Arano, portrayed by John Travolta.
Now shut up and
Speed
watch.
Catch. Both Gargamel and Gordon Goner are writers and creatives, according to the CEO of Yuga Labs, Nicole Muniz.
Can you take me back to the origin story of Bored Ape Yacht Club? It was
After it goes
almost
bankrupt,
exactly
it gets
a year ago.
overgrown. That's hilarious.
Garga, who's one of the founders, texted Gordon with, hey, let's make a NFT. So Garga and Gordon were both really into crypto. They were really active in the community, but they are writers. That's actually their background. They are storytellers, they're creatives, and...
Why is she so off-putting and weird?
So, like, crypto was
she's
this
lying.
thing that, like, they were fascinated
Because
by.
everyone's unattractive
And
while they lie.
Loved, but they were never able to actively participate in.
And she's a
It was
huge
barrier to entry.
liar.
Exactly, because it was technical. Yeah. And they're not technical. They're writers, they're creatives, they're storytellers. Like, that's what they do.
So it's entirely critical that you understand the context of anything.
Well, I'm not talking
so
about
the issue with
dude. Do you have absolutely no fucking? Do you have no fucking social cue reading skills or some shit, motherfucker?
Entry. Exactly. Because it was technical. Yeah. And they're not technical. They're writers. They're creative.
It almost feels like when you think. It's like a question when you think there's some sort of attack and you're kind of like defending it. She's coming after me.
She's a liar.
And you watch the video.
Right.
So she's coming after me.
She's defensive.
As defending somehow.
Yes.
As bullshitting.
Yes. Storytellers. Like that's what they do.
So it's entirely critical that you understand the context of anything. So the issue with Bored Ape Yacht Club is that they're not providing any context. The context that they provided is that literally it's meaningless.
And notice he's wearing a Planet of the Apes hat. Right?
They said that these are just apes in a swamp who like drawing penises on a penis wheel. That's the official story of Bored Ape Yacht Club from the mouth of Nicole, the CEO. Like, that's it. Like, end. Done. Like, there's nothing else.
They called me with like, hey, we're gonna do this thing, and like, you know, just explaining the idea, and I kind of giggled and was like, oh yeah, I mean, but people are just gonna draw penises. And that was it. Like, I was just like, I didn't think anything of it. We hung up, but like the stupid thing that I said that I never would have thought about transformed into, well, what if they do draw penises? Yeah. And where do people draw penises? And, you know, it turned into, well, it's a bathroom. Right. You know, it's a toilet stall. And it's a dive bar. But it's not a dive bar. It's a yacht club that's a dive bar. But it's in a swamp. And it's gonna be this like future vision of Miami. And
yes. What the fuck? I don't even know what's happening, man.
It's all of these like bored apes.
Right.
And
she's lying.
They just created this like story and this world.
Let's play a game of I Spy.
She's like,
the cover of this Rolling
yeah,
Stone.
it's because I mentioned penises, and it's not that. It's that they had complete intentions in mind over exactly what this character was going to be and how they were going to portray it, and that it was going to be tied in with all of this bullshit. And she's sitting there acting like, and I said, well, it's just going to be people drawing penises, and it just grew from that. And then eventually, God, man, the hoops she has to jump through to try, and you know, and even XQC can sit there and see it for exactly what it is.
Stone art is a direct reference to Hieronymus Bosch, who
he's not the
painted
most
pictures like
he's
this.
not the most
It feels
astute.
like every fucking pro deck skateboard you can buy at your local fucking skate shop, where literally either you pull up the board and you look at it, it's what it looks like.
In order to hide things in them. Spot the racist dog whistle.
Huh? Look at it. It's a hand.
Ape hands are a racist dog whistle, alluding to the practice of Belgian King Leopold II cutting off Congolese hands for punishment in not working hard enough to produce rubber. The Congolese then started cutting off fellow African hands as it became a currency valuable to the Belgians in itself. Never underestimate the ability for Bored Ape Yacht Club founders to be this demented. Let's try this again. This is footage of the Bored Ape Yacht Club video game. See anything interesting? What's up with these bananas? Why is the bushel of bananas conveniently shaped like a swastika? 4. SAS.
What?
Zayshawn Ali, software engineer. The fourth founder of Bored Ape.
Okay. There's a few reaches in the video, but this one is fucking.
SAS.
This one is fucking dog shit.
Of bananas, conveniently.
Oops. He
Brother,
pauses it and it's a swastika.
You're saying it's kind of true? Okay, then go cancel Riot Games then for having Severe throwing fucking shurikens. Like, I don't think it looks like it. I think it looks like a pretty.
You don't think it looks like a swastika? It is a swastika,
thing,
dude. What are you talking
a
about?
boomerang. I think this is decent. If you
A boomerang,
it adds in the scales, but I don't think this one particularly is impactful at all. Like, it's
Shaped
not.
like a swastika. 4. SAS. Zayshawn Ali, software engineer. The fourth founder of Bored Ape Yacht Club goes by SAS. And going
Guys,
off the theme,
you have to be careful, okay? Even though this entire thing will be true in the end, okay? And this is a good video, and I agree. You have to be careful, okay?
1 million views.
When you try to lump shit in as much as possible, okay, it can cause the viewer or the person who is looking to be more defensive of actually truthful bit information in the future. It's a very known phenomenon. It happens.
of hidden meanings throughout their entire project, this is also deliberate. SA is the abbreviation for Sturmabteilung, and SS for the Schutzstaffel. SAS, or SASS, is the combination of the two primary Nazi military divisions. There are two possibilities that explain the behavior of the founders. Number one is easy. They are neo-Nazis. Number two is a bit more complex, and Ryder believes we need new terms to describe what's happening. In other words, this is an internet troll's wet dream. Post-ironic racism on the world stage. This means that this is a meme, but it doesn't look like one because there's nothing to indicate otherwise. This can also be described as pose law. It's impossible to know if someone is joking unless they add an LOL at the end of a message to indicate how it's supposed to be perceived. In other words, Bored Ape Yacht Club
Not ironic. Post-ironic, much different.
Founders are layering on the irony of troll behavior to the point where it's just doomed. The best way I can describe it is beating a dead horse until the horse comes alive again and then dies again from the irony. February 4th, 2022, Katie Natopoulos, a writer at BuzzFeed, wrote an article covering the identities of the founders of Bored Ape Yacht Club. And where exactly do you think she got her information from? Ryder rips. However, she stated, Solano and...
So he says XCC is good at games, lol. Is that post-irony? XCC is good at games, lol.
Arno don't appear to have any particular red flags, which, as we know, is a flat-out lie. Pressured by Guy Osseri, Kate Natopoulos ran a softball story in an effort to save face. The more degenerative side of 4chan, including white nationalists, enjoy participating in the cult of Kek, a metaphorical, fictitious religion that worships Pepe the Frog. Think of it as a tribe on 4chan who considers everyone else not in the know as normies. They wave the Kekistan flag, which is an exact ripoff of Prussia and Nazi Germany's war-mocked symbol. Their mission? Troll the liberals at all costs through meme warfare. By having shared symbolism and jokes, it is a way to communicate or dog whistle to other members that they, quote, embrace the principles of chaos and destruction that are central to alt-right thinking. The term Kek originated from World of Warcraft. When a Horde player types LOL to an alliance, LOL is then translated into gibberish spelling out Kek. This is because the two opposing factions in the game can't communicate with each other unless they are on the same faction. It just so happens that Kek is an Egyptian god that looks like a human with a frog head. Hence,
it's Orcish, is it not, chat? Is it not the backwards Orcish bullshit whenever it comes back to you from Horde to Alliance or whatever?
Pepe. And
Yeah,
guess
see?
what Kek
I
was
know
the
my
god
shit.
of? Darkness and chaos. Sound familiar? Surfing the Kali Yuga was not the only surfer innuendo that the alt-right adopted as lingo. In fact, they also used the word cowabunga to signify their alt-right beliefs to fellow members of the alt-right. It just so happens that one of Bored Ape's founder's wife had this exact lingo in her bio, which has now been deleted. And in September 2021, Bored Ape Yacht Club challenged the internet with a series of puzzles. Whoever cracked the secret codes would receive a Bored Ape Kennel Club NFT, a Bored Ape NFT, a Mutant Serum NFT, and 10 Ethereum. At the time, the value of these prizes added up to hundreds of thousands of dollars. This puzzle will demonstrate just how far the creators of Bored Ape Yacht Club are willing to go in order to play out their racist fantasy.
Right.
This information is taken directly from this user's post on...
Right. Now, you guys, this fucking puzzle to win this money is so crazy and devious, and all of the things that they have these guys do to solve it, they all have racist. It's all racist. You'll see.
Medium. This whole puzzle started with a single
I like puzzles.
stealthy tweet.
This is better be good.
Somebody left a strange note at the bar. The image contains a message, "Come find me below," with the ciphertext of U8JJ6.
There'd be some fucking alphanumerical fucking Caesar cipher. It's one of the classics.
This is a keyboard cipher, where if you look at the keys below each letter on a keyboard, you see that it spells /Jimmy. Entering this after board@yachtclub.com will take you to a new page, and you are able to load a puzzle game. Jimmy the Monkey is back on his bullshit again. In the clubhouse, the game is a 2D screen where you can click on rooms and interact with various objects. Most of the rooms contained a puzzle. The boat room contains a single interactable object in the room, which is a wall of dancing men. If you know a bit about ciphers, it's fairly quick to recognize that this is a Dancing Man cipher. The Dancing Man cipher is from Sherlock Holmes. Decoding the cipher reveals the following message. "This isn't a puzzle clue. Suck on a banana, bozo. Love, Jimmy." This seemed to be a troll as it was not used in the final solution. The party room has two interactable objects in it. The first object is a dog collar with the numbers 0010 on it. This is just the ID number for the exact NFT that you would win if you were to crack the puzzle. The second object is a party poster containing song lyrics. The puzzle gives a selection of song lyrics sorted in alphabetical order by word, with one of the words being replaced by the word monkey. Solving this puzzle involves taking each lyric word bank, identifying the song, and figuring out which part of the song the lyrics are referencing. You sort each word in that set of the lyrics in ABC order and figure out what word has been replaced with monkey. This results in the following troll message. "Wasted your time on this one, stupid apes." Entering the pool area presents you with two puzzles. One located on the inflatable duck in the pool, and the other on a drink menu located next to the bar. This puzzle presents a list of duck-themed clues and their answer length. Going through and solving all of the clues results in the list below. With this answer set, reading the first letter of each answer gives the phrase "cocktails are shaken," which is a clue for the puzzle located next to the bar. Using the hint from the previous puzzle, we now know that this menu list is an anagram of cocktails. In addition, the text at the bottom of the menu indicates something extra was added to the drinks, hinting to there likely being an extra letter not used in the cocktail anagram. With there being 26 menu items, it seemed highly likely the extra letters or the cocktails
Jesus
used every letter
Christ,
A to Z for
dude.
ordering when done. It is quickly realized all the cocktails start with a unique letter A to Z that, when put in order and reading the extra letters, gives orange liqueur used in spritz. Final answer, Aperol. Upon entering the kitchen, a sheet can be found lying next to the sink. This puzzle provides instructions on what to do. Begin by identifying the dishes that are clued on the left and filling out the blanks on the right. The extracted letters, highlighted yellow on the sheet, spell the phrase Gibraltar's Barbary, which is referencing a specific monkey that lives on Gibraltar, the Barbary macaque. Final answer, macaque. In the library, you can start by clicking on the bust on the top of the shelf, which contains a puzzle scroll. This puzzle is a Mad Gab style puzzle as hinted by the title, Bus Don Dush Elf, which, when read aloud, sounds like bust on a shelf. You can make 4 Mad Gab style phrases using one word from each column on the scroll. The output of each Mad Gab is its own clue to a word. This final output is yet again a Mad Gab where ooze 6 ciphers can be read as use 6 ciphers, a hint for the bookshelf puzzle. When you click on the bookshelf next to the fireplace, it shows you an enlarged version of the bookshelf. This bookshelf
you can do those puzzles with objects and pictograms instead, right? Where you put certain things that sound a certain way, and you can say them in a different way, and you add up the phonetics and makes a new word with it.
Read as use 6 ciphers, a hint for the bookshelf puzzle. When you click on the bookshelf next to the fireplace, it shows you an enlarged version of the bookshelf. This bookshelf contains many different patterns throughout. As you start to group the patterns together, you will discover there are 6 separate puzzles using 6 different ciphers, as hinted in the previous puzzle contained in the shelf items. The monkey hands. There are 6 hands throughout the shelves using American Sign Language to spell weapon. Naval flags. There are 6 international maritime signal flags throughout the shelves that spell Nassau. 5-bit binary. There are 6 groups of books colored orange and green. These books are 5-bit binary, which provides 10010, 00101, 00001, 10011, 01111, 01110. These can be converted to their decimal equivalent of 18, 5, 1, 19, 15, 14, which can then be further converted to letters to read reason. Clocks. There are 6 clocks through the shelves.
Oh my god!
Time with both hands clearly visible. Using the clock hands as a flag semaphore, you can obtain the letters to spell salute. Book titles. There are some books facing forward with their titles clearly visible, and after reading through the titles, you will notice some of the words are from the NATO alphabet. Echo, Mike, Bravo, Romeo, Yankee, Oscar, and when you extract the first letter of each NATO word, it will spell embryo. Morse code. Between each of the bookshelves is a repeating pattern of a lighter color. Each shelf is a separate letter spelled using Morse code. If you decode the Morse for each shelf, it will spell analog. Now that we have all the words extracted, we need to extract the final answer. Looking at the words for a moment, it can be seen that the first letter of each word can spell answer when ordered correctly. Since the first letter spelled answer, we extracted the last letters to see if it provides an answer to the puzzle. The extract is Guanan, which is a breed of old world monkey, and it's the name of Rene Guanan. The game room contained 2 objects you can interact with. The first one is a game called Jimmy the Asshole, which, after some playing, didn't appear to contain a puzzle. The second one is the game room puzzle. The flavor text for the puzzle is, there are lots of games to play here if you can figure out the rules. It also has some pictures of Hangman and Tic-Tac-Toe. These are big hints for what you are looking for and what the solution is going to be. The solution for this puzzle
Guys, this is the sunk cost fallacy. Where to find his video to go back, okay, where to find, let's just fucking see it through.
Taking each puzzle string and figuring out the puzzle rules that encoded the text. Here is one example. There are a lot of P's, so we want to analyze that first. You start by separating each line by P. We are looking for game-related words, so we can guess the 2 words here are card and canasta. With these 2, we can deduce that the rule for this puzzle is to replace the first letter with P, which can then be reversed from the cipher, which gives the following clue, card worth 50 in canasta. The answer to this clue is Joker. However, we aren't done here just yet. Now we need to apply the same rule we discovered,
I have this room to myself.
to this answer to get a new answer out related to games. Applying the rule to Joker results in poker, the actual solution to this puzzle line. Here is the rest. Taking the first letter from each solution, you get the following phrase. Drooper's apartment pal. Drooper is a character from the Banana Splits, and his apartment pal is Bingo. Bingo is an ape, so we can confidently determine the answer is Bingo. The attic is one of the more difficult puzzles, and before we dive into it, we first have to talk about the skeleton in the crawl space. The skeleton in the crawl space has a bunch of 3-letter phrases and some numbers, with the flavor text of NTH plus EAT. We know that we're trying to combine the phrases to spell words with the numbers most likely being the length of each word. There's really no approach other than maybe looking up words that start with or words that end with, but the best place to start was realizing that NTH and EAT were clued as being connected and could spell N, the, at. After that, it is mixing and matching until you get something good out. The output you get is Anastasia Steele really loves the hexes used in the attic. This is a reference to Anastasia Steele from 50 Shades of Grey, which is referencing that the hex color codes in the attic are gray codes. This is basically a second hint for bought it, which you can see in the attic section below. The attic starts with an image with some pixels and flavor text about having to feel your way around in the dark. This is a reference for being blind and hinting towards the pixels being braille. The phrase you get out of using colored pixels as braille dots, beginners always unlock dim old tones. If you take the first letter of each word as hinted by the word beginners, you get bought it, which is a type of cipher. This is the one puzzle you can right-click and export the image, and it just so happens to be SVG. So we can extract the hex color codes accurately for the next step as hinted by the skeleton puzzle. Extracting all of the binary codes out and removing the lead 0, you get the following. Using bought it encoding on the binary, you get the following. The only interesting thing we get is Calamar, which is another type of cipher. This suggests that our extract is valid, but the rest of it is cipher text. We can then use the string with a Calamar transposition solver, but without a key, it was just a bunch of guessing words as a key. Solvers of this puzzle got stuck here for a while until it was noticed that attempting some auto-solves on the grid, assuming 6 columns instead of 8, resulted in the final 8 letters looking like a scrambled version of Visionaire. Given the first set of data gave us Calamar, and having it almost end with Visionaire
guys, I forgot what
type
the
of
video's about,
cipher is
yes.
too likely to be a coincidence. Putting some effort in manually with a 6-column assumption, you're able to get the following. Using columnar key of 412563 or 214563 gives an output that spells visionaire at the end, giving us the following possible strings. Cutting visionaire off the end and taking the remaining letters, we try to decrypt the cipher using visionaire and testing keywords relating to Bored Apes and the puzzle. Eventually, they landed on the following: Australopithecus. At this point, it's time to solve the final solution.
What?
Taking the answer from each puzzles and sorting them in A, B, C, we get the following words: Aperol, Australopithecus, Bingo, Guanan, Macaque. If we examine the answers, we can extract even more information about what they mean. Aperol is an orange liqueur that only got popular after World War II. This answer is different than all the others, considering it is a drink that is meant to be ingested. Going off that theme, perhaps this is a metaphor for taking the red pill, as it sometimes appears red in color. Aperol also just has the word ape in it. Australopithecus. Of all the different possible answers they could have chosen, they landed on Australopithecus. Here's a little anthropology for you. In 1931, Ludwig Cole Larsen joined the Nazi Party and later undertook an expedition to German East Africa in search for a primitive man. In 1938 to 1939, he discovered Australopithecus afarensis at Laetoli without realizing the importance of his find. Ludwig attempted to prove that all people have a common origin, but that African people remained in the state of primitive man, while the Aryan race had developed. Such scholarship was at odds with most anthropological concerns of the day in Africa. He then later lost his position as professor in the course of the denazification after the war. Cole Larsen is not highly regarded amongst contemporary East Africanists. Bingo. Bingo the Gorilla is a major yet final antagonist in the 2019 direct-to-video horror comedy film The Banana Splits Movie. Bingo and his friends are animatronics created by Carl to entertain children as the Banana Splits. However, after the show is cancelled, Bingo and his friends start a killing spree. You want to know something even creepier? Bingo only has 3 lines in the movie.
I wonder how the show's gonna end. Time's almost up. Time's almost up.
Bingo's last and most famous words. The only words Bingo ever says sounds just like accelerationism.
Oh, that's a bingo. What the fuck is accelerationism?
Is that the way you say it? That's a bingo. You just say bingo.
Bingo! How fun!
Guanan has double entendre. He's the father of traditionalism, bringing the Kali Yuga to the west, and Guanan is also a species of monkey. Macaque also has double entendre. Macaque is a racial slur and a type of monkey.
The rate of change of velocity is acceleration. Acceleration of the implosion.
So you solve all these puzzles only to find out that they all have racist origins, and it was all about making fun of African Americans and Nazis. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Society.
Definition, there is a clear distinction of what type of monkey both Guanan and macaques are. They are part of the old world classification of monkey.
Anyway, this is just more of the Bored Ape, but they get more into this, and we're going to keep watching it later. I'm going to get out of here for now. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you had fun. Take care. Bye. I'm over on Twitter at Nay's Garden, guys. Looks like Bitcoin's trying to go back up again. 924. All right, we'll keep our eye on that. Peace. Hey, what's up, Putin? How? too, bro. Hashtag keep it open, Steve running. Ooh. We've been live for 2 hours. I mean, bye, everybody.